background began 7 years ago at the University of Waterloo. It was a cold November evening, and I had written a story. The last line of the story was something to do with, would you like to continue the story together, implying that Hasina was girl, I was boy, and let's try and go from there. Hasina, being the simple, innocent person she is, took it as simply a story, nothing more than that. And went happily on her way thinking it was a great story and I was a great storyteller. And I have to thank her roommate Robbie at the time for interpreting for her the story, which now was a very, very important moment in our relationship. Thank you. And since that moment, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make this engagement perfect and very special. So what's more special than Italy, right? You would think so. And so we planned this amazing trip to go to Italy. And I thought of nothing more romantic than Venice and a gondola, and nothing more perfect than the Rialto Bridge and the great views and luxuries and history it provides. So, hop on a plane and go to Italy. We end up in Venice. And Hasina, right away, the very first day, wants to go on the gondola. Now, can we go today? And in my mind, I've planned this perfect event. We're gonna go, get nicely dressed up. But no, Hasina wants to go the first day. So, I'd say no, kind of like, let's wait and hold on. Second day again. Can we go today? No, let's go tomorrow, let's get dressed up nicely. And Hasina, being the person she is, thought, no, I'm gonna take matters into my own hands and we'll go today. And so while I'm off window shopping, she finds a gondolier and pursues this gondolier to give us a great deal. And my hands are tied and I'm thinking, this is not gonna work. So I have to try and pull some fast action and try and trick her and say, no, we have to do this and this today. I have a plan. This is not going to fly. No. And Hasina, disappointed, says, can we at least go to the beach? So finally agreed. I used the beach as a tool to defer the engagement, I guess. And the next day, dressed up nicely. In the evening, we hopped on a gondola. And lo and behold, we're on this gondola. And I'm nervous. More often than not, I don't get nervous. But I was nervous. And I started babbling. I didn't know what I was saying. And I just turned to Hasina and said, okay, I don't know how I'm going to say this, but I'm just going to come out and say it. Do you want to be my wife? And I pulled open the box and showed her the ring. And Hasina's response, thank you. I was nervous and shocked, and I thought, this is not a thank you type question. This is a yes or no type question. So I looked at her and said, that doesn't really work. I need a yes or a no. And so she looked at me and she said, yes, fine. Yes, let's go for it. Okay, great. And then we're on this gondola, and I guess the pretext of that is the gondola is rocking side to side, and I am fearing for my life to fall overboard, or at least drop the ring overboard, in which case they're both the same. My life with the ring, this is pretty crazy. So I turned to her and I was like, I'm glad you said yes the first time. I was thinking about getting down on my knee, but this boat is rocking so much that I am scared. And Hasina with this smirk. Now, if you've ever seen Hasina smirk, it's like an eclipse. They're very rare, right? And they're just amazing. You don't really know what they're supposed to mean. So she smirked, and I knew what that meant. That meant, why don't you try that again? All right. Gondola rocking wildly, I turned to the gondolier and said, buddy, brace yourself. And with the boat rocking wildly, I got down on one knee and I said, Hasina, will you marry me? And she says, yes. And that was great. So that is our story. But I guess I'm going to try it again right now, and we'll see what happens. Hasina, will you marry me?
Don't say thank you. No, thank you. She said yeah? Naheed, she said yeah?
She said, of course.
Well, with all this Naheed talking about planning, we all know who's going to take charge of this wedding. Right, Naheed? Next, I'd like to call up Hasina's parents, Naima and sisters, to begin the sherbet ceremony. And also Naheed's parents, Naima and brother as well.